It's late. Your apartment is quiet, too quiet. The phone sits on your desk, screen dark. You stare at it, waiting. For what? A message, a reply, a sign, something to prove you weren't wrong, that you weren't too much or not enough. You sent the text hours ago, maybe days. It's still there, unanswered. The silence, it's heavy, not just in the room, but in your chest. It presses down, makes you question. What did I say? What didn't I say? Was it me or was it him? You scroll back through the chat, reading old words, trying to find the moment where it all slipped. Your thumb hovers, tempted to type again, to explain, to fix, to be heard. But deep down you know, another message won't change a thing. It won't bring him back. It won't undo the rejection. So you sit there, in the quiet, and it feels loud. Louder than any argument. Louder than any plea. What do you do when the silence speaks louder than words? When it's not just his absence, but yours? What if you chose that silence? Not to hurt him, not to win, but to find you. So stop chasing, stop explaining, stop proving. What if silence was your anchor? Your way to pause, to breathe, to see clearly. This isn't about him. Not really. It's about what happens when you stop. When you let the quiet do the talking. Let's walk through it together. Not to fix anything, not to change him, just to notice what silence can show you. If this feels like a moment you've lived, leave a small sign below. Not for us to shine, but to let this reach someone else who needs a pause, a breath, a moment to stop. You don't need to say much. Just let us know you're here. Rejection stings, not like a cut, sharp and quick, but like a weight, slow, sinking. You feel it in your gut. Your mind spins. You replay the last talk, the last look, his words, or lack of them. Maybe I was too forward. Maybe I wasn't enough. Your brain loops over and over. It's exhausting, isn't it? The way it pulls you in makes you question. You want to act, to do something. Send another text. Call him. Show up at his virtual doorstep just to get an answer. To make the silence stop. But what if you didn't? What if you let it be? Not to punish him, not to play games, but to give yourself space. To step back from the noise in your head. You're not failing by not responding. You're not weak for not chasing. You're choosing to observe, to notice the thoughts without following them. Like watching clouds, they pass. They don't define you. His rejection, it's not a verdict. It's just a moment. One you don't need to fix. You don't need to prove you're enough. You already are. But your mind, it's loud. It wants to argue, to solve, to control. So you sit with it. You feel the urge to reach out, to say one more thing, hoping it lands. But you pause. You breathe. You let the urge slip away. This is where it starts. Your silence. Not loud, not dramatic. Used still. It's not easy at first. Your fingers itch to check his profile, to see if he's online, if he's moved on. You wonder, does he even notice? Does he care that you're gone? The answer, it doesn't matter. Not yet. Because this silence, it's not for him. It's for you. To find your ground, your calm. To stop running after someone who walked away. You're not waiting for him to see your worth. You're seeing it yourself. Each moment you don't text, don't call, you're building something. Not walls, but roots. Something steady, something yours. You're not invisible because he didn't reply. You're not small because he didn't see you. You're here in this quiet, and it's enough for now. On his side, things look different. At first, he doesn't notice. He's busy. Life moves fast. Friends, work, distractions. Your text, it's not there anymore. No good morning, no how's your day. He tells himself he's fine. He wanted this, didn't he? The freedom, the space, No one checking in, no one to answer to. It feels light for a day, maybe two. He scrolls his phone, no notifications from you. It's what he expected, right? You'd fade like you were supposed to. He goes out, laughs with friends, posts a story, looks confident, but something's off. Just a little. He can't name it, not yet. It's like a room missing a light. Not dark, but dimmer. He shakes it off, keeps moving, tells himself he's in control. He doesn't need you or anyone. He's free, isn't he? But freedom, it's tricky. It feels good until it doesn't. He checks his phone out of habit. No message, no call, just nothing. He frowns just for a second. Why does it feel strange? He's not supposed to care, is he? But your absence, it's there. Not loud, not screaming, just present. Like a shadow he can't shake. He tells himself it's nothing. He's fine, he's got this. But deep down, something stirs. A small crack in his certainty. He doesn't see it yet, but it's growing. Your silence, it's starting to speak. Not in words, but in spaces. In the gaps, where you used to be. He notices the coffee shop you liked. The one where you'd sit and talk for hours. He walks by, and it hits him. You're not there. Not in the shop, not in his phone, not in his life. He brushes it off, keeps walking, but the thought lingers, longer than he wants. He's not ready to admit it, not yet. But your silence, it's doing something. It's planting a seed, one he can't ignore forever. Back to you. The silence, it's not easy. You feel it every day. The urge to check, to know, is he okay? Is he thinking of you? Has he moved on already? Your mind spins. It's relentless. You want to text just once. To say, I'm still here. To see if he'll answer. But you don't. You breathe. Slow. You put the phone down. Again. This is your practice. Your discipline. Not reacting. Not chasing. Just being. It's hard at first. Like holding your breath underwater. You want to break the surface. Gasp for air. But you stay under just a little longer. And something shifts. The water, it's not suffocating anymore. It's calm. It's clear. You realize you can stay here. In this quiet. In this space. You don't need his reply to feel whole. You don't need his attention to know your worth. Each day you choose silence. You feel it. A small strength growing inside. Not loud, not flashy. Just steady. You notice the world keeps turning. Your life, it's still yours. The rejection, it's still there. But it's smaller now, less sharp. You're not waiting for him to change his mind. You're not hoping for a message to fix you. You're just here, in this moment, with yourself. And it's enough. You walk outside, feel the air. You laugh with a friend, and mean it. You work, you create, you breathe. And each time you don't reach out, you're choosing you. Not to prove a point, not to win him back, but to stay grounded in your own life. This silence, it's not empty. It's full of you. His world, it's changing too. Not fast, not loud, but slow, like a tide pulling back. He's still out there, living his life, boasting, smiling, moving on, or so he thinks. But the gaps, they're growing. Your absence, it's not just a missing text. It's a missing país. He notices it in small things. A song you liked plays on his playlist. He skips it, but it lingers. A joke he wants to share, but you're not there to hear it. He tells himself, it's fine. There are others, new people. He meets someone. They talk. They laugh. But it's not the same. Something's off. He can't explain it. They don't get him. Not like you did. He scrolls through his phone late at night. Your name, it's still there. He hovers, doesn't type, just stares at the empty chat. He wonders what you're doing, who you're with, if you're happy. He tells himself He doesn't care, but he checks. Again. It's a habit now, a quiet one. He looks at your profile. No updates, no stories, no clues, just silence. And it's starting to itch. Not loud, not painful, but enough to make him pause. He's not ready to admit it, but he's starting to feel the weight of what he let go. He thought he could move on easily, thought you were just one of many. But now, he's not so sure. Each new person, each new talk, it falls short. It doesn't fit, doesn't feel right. He's starting to see you were different. Not loud, not obvious, but real, steady, present. And now, you're gone. He doesn't say it out loud, but the thought creeps in. Did I mess up? Your silence, it's working. Not because you planned it, not because you're trying to hurt him, but because it's true. You're not there anymore. And that truth, it's sinking in. For you, it's different. The silence, it's not just about him. It's about what you're finding in the quiet. You notice your days feel lighter. Not perfect, not fixed, just less heavy. You're not waiting for his text. You're not checking his stories. You're living your life. You go to work, you focus. You meet a friend, you listen. You walk home and feel the breeze. And in those moments, you realize you don't need him to feel okay. You don't need his words to know you're enough. The silence, it's teaching you. Not in a loud way, not with big revelations, but with small truths, like how you can sit with pain and not run, how you can feel doubt and not chase it, how you can be alone and not feel empty. Each time you choose silence, you're choosing clarity, not over him, but over you. You're seeing what you carry, your strength, your calm, your roots, and it's enough. More than enough. You don't need to prove it to anyone. Not to him, not to the world. You just know. And that knowing, it's quiet. But it's powerful. His side, it's shifting again. The silence, it's not just a gap now. It's a presence. A weight he can't ignore. He's still out there, trying to fill it. New people, new plans, new noise. But it's not working. Not like he thought. He meets someone, they're nice. They talk, they connect. But it's shallow, like a puddle. Not deep, like what he had with you. He starts to notice the small things. How you remembered his coffee order. How you listened when he rambled. How you laughed at his dumb jokes. Those things, they're gone now. And no one else brings them back. He checks his phone again. Your name, still silent. He types, deletes, types again. He wants to reach out, but hesitates. What would he say? I'm sorry? I miss you? He's not sure. And that scares him. He's starting to feel the regret. Not loud, not dramatic, but heavy, like a stone in his pocket. He carries it everywhere. To work, to the bar, to bed. He sees you in small moments. A movie you liked, on his feed. A place you went, on his drive, a song that was yours. And each time, it stings. Not sharp, but deep. He's starting to wonder, what if he was wrong? What if you were the one? Not in a movie way, but in a real way. The one who saw him, who stayed. The one he let go. He's not ready to say it, but he's feeling it. The silence. It's loud now. Louder than he expected. And it's not just your absence, it's the absence of what he had, what he took for granted. You're still here. In your silence, in your space, you feel the pull, sometimes. To check his page, to see if he's okay, to wonder if he's thinking of you. But you pause, you breathe, you let it pass, like a wave. And each time you do, you feel stronger. Not because you're winning, not because he's losing, but because you're choosing to stay with yourself, choosing to let go of what doesn't serve you, choosing to build something real. You're not perfect, You don't need to be. You have doubts. They come and go, but you're learning to sit with them, to watch them without acting, to let them be without fixing. This is your silence, your power, not in controlling him, not in changing him, but in knowing you don't need to. You're enough, just as you are. You walk through your day and you notice small things. The way the light hits your window, the sound of your coffee brewing, the feel of your own breath, and it's enough. You don't need his reply. You don't need his regret. You just need this moment, this quiet, this you. His regret, it's growing now, not fast, but steady, like a tide coming in. He sees it in flashes, a memory of you laughing, a moment where you were there, and he wasn't, not really. He took it for granted, thought you'd always be there, but now you're not, and it hurts, not like a scream, but like a whisper that won't stop. He tries to drown it with noise, with people, with plans, but the silence, it follows him. He checks your profile again. No update, no signs, just nothing. And it's starting to sink in. He lost something real, something steady, something rare. He types a message late at night. I miss you. He stares at it, doesn't send, because he knows it's too late. Or maybe he's scared it is. He's not the same as he was. The confidence, it's fading. The certainty, it's cracking. He's starting to see what you brought to his life. The warmth, the care, the presence. And now it's gone. He feels it in his bones. The weight of his choice. The weight of your silence. You don't see this, not yet. And you don't need to. His regret, it's his. Not your burden, not your job. You're here, in your life, building, breathing, being. You feel the ache sometimes, the what ifs, the maybes, but they're softer now, less sharp. You don't run from them. You don't fight them. You just let them be. And in that letting, you find peace. Not perfect, not complete, but real and yours. You walk outside, feel the sun, you work, you create, you live. And each step feels a little lighter. Not because he's gone, but because you're here. You're not waiting for his call. You're not hoping for his change. You're just you, and that's enough. More than enough. Your silence, it's not a weapon. It's not a game. It's your truth. A truth that says, I'm here for me. I'm enough for me, and I don't need to chase. His world, it's heavier now. The silence, it's not just a gap. It's a mirror showing him what he had, what he lost. He sees it in small moments. A place you loved, empty now. A song that feels like you. A laugh, that's not yours. He tries to move on, he does. Meets new people, makes new plans, but they don't fit. Not like you did. He feels it, the emptiness. Not loud, not dramatic, but real and growing. It types your name, again. This time, he sends it. Hey, how are you? He waits, heart racing. But you don't answer, not yet. Maybe not ever. And that silence, it cuts. Not because you're cruel, but because you're gone. He sees it now, too late. You weren't just there. You were everything. The one who listened, the one who cared, the one he let slip away. He sits with it, the regret. It's heavy, heavier than he thought. He replays it, every choice. Every moment he ignored you. Every time he walked away. And now he's the one waiting, hoping for a reply, fearing the silence he created. You're not waiting. Not anymore. You feel it, the shift, the silence. It's not heavy now. It's light, it's yours. You don't need his message. You don't need his regret. You have you. And that's enough. You walk through your day, notice the small things, The way your coffee tastes, the sound of your own laugh, the feel of your own breath, and you realize you're not broken, you're not missing, you're whole. This silence, it's not about him. It's about you finding your ground, your calm, your truth. You don't need to fix anything. Not him, not you, not now. You just breathe and let it be. Each day you feel it. The strength, the clarity, not loud, not showy, just real. You're not chasing anymore. You're not proving anymore. You're just here. And it's enough. The silence, it's still there. For him, it's a weight. A reminder of what he lost. For you, it's a gift. A space to be you. To live without chasing. To breathe without fixing. You don't need his answer. You don't need his regret. You have your silence. And it's powerful. Not because it changes him, but because it changes you. You're not waiting for tomorrow. You're not hoping for a fix. You're here now. And that's enough. So breathe slow. Feel the quiet. Feel the strength. And see what tomorrow feels like.